Oh! Jesus Christ! So this is an R8 V10 Plus. It's a 2018 car, so it's the last of the non-facelifted car. Facelift came out in 2019, and I'll tell you what, I don't think I would spend the extra, what is it, 40 grand to get the new one, just for those extra little bits. I know there's a lot on YouTube at the moment telling you how good the new version is, but to my eye anyway, this one is the better looking model. In terms of performance, sure, the other one might have a touch more power, but you don't need to go any faster than this. This is already a ballistic missile when it comes to speed. It's just savage. 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. No one needs to go faster than that. That's just nuts. And with the soundtrack like that, it makes you feel like you're going even faster. Yet, it's just such an easy supercar to live with. When you have it in, okay, so let's go comfort mode, exhaust noise off, we're in 7th gear, going down a country lane at 40 miles an hour, and it's so quiet, so comfortable, so refined, so easy to get along with. But you press a few buttons and it turns into its sister, the Lamborghini Huracan. So it's everything you could ever want when it comes to a supercar. Okay, so being a modern Audi, you obviously get the virtual cockpit, and it's so intuitive and so easy to use. An amazing display. You can have the full map, you can have different dials, you can have a rev counter in the middle and power and torque displays on the outside, which I have. I think that's the best setting in my opinion. Everything's on the steering wheel, a bit like you get with a Ferrari these days, but it's just laid out in a nicer way somehow. It's just very ergonomic. The way you hold and interact with all the buttons on the wheel is so easy to get along with. You've still got the indicator stalks and the wiper stalks are separate from the wheel, but apart from that, spot on. My only criticism with it, and it's only a small one, and it doesn't just go for the R8, it goes for pretty much any German car, is that the paddles are too small. Why are they little plastic paddles? I want the big carbon fibre or aluminium big paddles like you get on an Italian supercar. Apart from that, the driving position, they've absolutely nailed it. The seats are great. The sport seats, you can get an optional sport seat, and they're uncomfortable. They're for any sort of distance, they're uncomfortable, but these are spot on. The cabin is really nice. I mean, it's an Audi. They know how to finish an interior. They do it across all their models, and they do a stellar job. And in here, it's no different. It's just so well put together, well thought out. Space, okay, so cubby holes and things, there aren't many, but I mean, what do you expect? Look at the sort of car it is. Apart from that, it's really, really well finished. Loads of matte carbon all around the instrument pinnacles and the vents and the center console. It's just really, really, really nicely finished. Nothing too much, but everything that you need. So the R8 really is one of those cars where you've obviously done well in life to be able to afford a car like this, but you're not shouting about it too much. It's kind of understated, but in a good way, and people love it. When you drive past people, they all look at it but they don't look at it and hate you. They look at it and go, that's a nice car, he's done well, she's done well, whoever, you know, it's a well-received car. And it's just a really nice, it's a nice statement. And you can see everyone's adoring glances out of the windows, since there's such great visibility around the car. It's so easy to drive. I can't get over how easy it is to drive. It feels like you could be driving an Audi A3, unless you're in nutter mode, and then you're definitely not. But when you're in cruising comfort mode and it's just pottering about with the exhaust valves closed, you could just be in an Audi A3. And that might not seem appealing to some, but if you're using it every day, it's important to be able to relax every now and again when you're driving a car. And this can do both. So this particular car is for sale. It's at Premier Sports Solutions in Bournemouth. It's currently up for £112,000, which is a massive saving over list. It's only done 1,500 miles, and it's what, 4 months old, 5 months old. So yeah, I mean, save yourself the 30-40 grand you would just be losing by buying a new one. Get yourself one of these. You won't regret it.